Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a pretty wet Goodwood Festival of Speed, which is slightly ironic because today I've got some news about my garage. One of these is going to be joining the new Mercedes AMG GT R Roadster. Behind it though, you will also spot the GT R Pro, and I can also confirm right now that I've got an allocation for one of those as well. One of 750 Roadsters, one of 750 Pros. Today we're going to be going for a hill climb run on board the Roadster. Maybe we'll see if we can put the roof down if the rain gives way just a little bit. But I'm looking forward to this. I'll tell you a lot more about when they're coming, what we're going to be doing. It's time in a moment to hop on board and get on out and have some fun. It is incredibly busy here. It's time to line up though. That's the Apollo IE. That's the new Ford GT Mark II. But of course, we're here today to take a look at these two. So we've got magnetite black Magno on the GT R Roadster. There are a few differences about the Roadster to my Coupe. Many of you will know that I've been running the AMG GT R Coupe. That's the Brabham BT62 just going past. I've had my GTR for 2 years. Absolutely love it. The Roadster is literally take that, take off the roof, give it this very quick folding fabric soft top. Some design elements have to change a little bit. The aero work for the wing, for example, it's actually slightly elongated towards the back, but still has the same engine, the 4-litre bi-turbo V8, 585 horsepower from stock, and all the tech features that came about with the R as well. So the 9-speed AMG traction control, rear wheel steering. This car has the lightweight RXC wheels, the ceramic brakes, and the titanium exhaust system that actually has these pieces inside the side parts of the diffuser as well as the central exhaust tailpipe. So I'm going to be jumping on board this today's run. We can also listen to the GT R Pro, the launch colour for this, the halo scheme I guess you could say, the selenite grey Magno with the lime green accents. I'm not going to tell you too much about the specs for my cars yet because I haven't done them, but this is the Pro. It also has more downforce coming from these flicks around the front, the louvers to release air pressure there on the front wheel wells, more carbon fibre on the exterior, the gurney flap you have here on the wing. It also has a cage inside as well. So I am looking to have one of these as well as one of these together in the garage. They will come at separate times though, but let's jump on board now because we're going to be heading out in a moment to go join the lineup. You've got lots of cars, around 50 cars or so to go that away for the hill climb run today to have some fun. Out goes the Zenvo TSRS. Car paddock here at Goodwood. Lots and lots of people around. What's this one for us today? And the Senna GTR squeezing past the crowd. Crazy, crazy cars here. Start up there, the cold start, so let's take a seat. I'm going to be joining Elliot today. How you doing?
Hi there, good to see you. Well,
likewise,
sir?
Very well, very well. We've got the AMG performance seats in here. We'll talk more about that later on as well. This car also has the upgrade infotainment. Trying to step in. The Pro is ready to roll out, so you get all these new displays. We need to follow the Pro, so we have the two AMG GTs together, of course. But basically in here, things have changed a little bit. It's just like the Pro when I drove that and had a first outing with it. You've got the much larger digital dashboard, a wider screen in the center. You've got the response controls there where you now have the 9-stage traction control. We're currently in 5. What will we be driving in on the hill? 9.
Always, yeah.
Full off.
Yeah.
Full off. So we'll have it in, I guess, race mode, ESC off, ESP off, everything off. Everything completely off. You've got these new controls in the center, still with that kind of V8 structure to them. We're actually sliding out pretty quickly here.
Yeah, this is definitely different from the last couple of days.
The most efficient, there we go, all the way up now. Gives you that display on the dashboard as well. But basically, I think this is going to be quite a lot of fun. It would just be more fun if we could have the roof down, wouldn't it?
Definitely.
Today though, that's not really on our side, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll line up and then it'll be time very shortly to do the hill climb. It's just about time then. Can we be brave enough and put the roof down?
We're British, I think we should. Let's do it.
We don't get many opportunities to have a roof down here, and when you're moving, you're not really going to get very wet inside. So this works in about 9 seconds or something, and it's done just like that. We've got a small bit before at the start line. I think we should put the windows up though. Yep. Probably the most logical one. We've got a bit of a wind deflector behind us. So then, at the start line, have fun.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Do it.
Traction? What traction? It's slippy out here. I reckon everybody at the side is wondering what on earth we are doing. Wow, the wet. I can tell this is on the edge. Squirming away. But everything I love about the AMG GTR, now without a roof. Winning combo. As we come up to the finish line, checkered flag is waved. Epic. Not ideal conditions for driving a Supercar Roadster.
No, and you feel every bump and lump in the road.
Yeah.
That moment at turn 2.
I mean, we're making the most of it here. I would have definitely preferred a completely dry run in the boiling, baking sunshine, but that wasn't going to happen today. As we arrive up at the top, we've got this amazing view in front of us. Oh well. And now we can do the roof while we're driving as well.
Yep.
So I can pop the roof back up, which again, just takes a couple of seconds before we come to a stop and get very rained on. Windows back up. That's actually really quick. And we're right behind that wing of the Senna GTR. So that was definitely an experience. I suspect I won't have many future experiences in the GTR Roadster with the roof down in the rain.
Not like that.
Love it. Well, that was epic. Now we're up at the top, surrounded by some pretty incredible cars, but check this out, the way the cars are currently lined up. We've got the AMG GT R Roadster and Pro side by side. Just behind them, we have the new A45 S, and I've also announced that I've ordered one of these to come as well. Then behind, we've got the Toyota Supra, the GR Supra. My one of those is coming very soon. And then, well, we've got the Shelby GT500, which I make no secret of the fact that I would love to get one, but they're not officially going on sale in Europe. So if I manage to get my name down for one of these, we've got all 5 of these cars currently in a circle around me, which is moderately crazy and ridiculously coincidental. Just look ahead though at the car park here: Senna GTR, P1, Senna, Aventador SVJ, Porsche 935, Speedster in front of that, the Singer DLS, some Lotuses, the BMW M8 Competition, got my name down for one of those as well. The garage is growing from this year's Goodwood Festival of Speed paddock lineup, and I'm very, very excited about it. But these two, let's focus more on these two for the moment. Spec-wise, just to give a little bit of input and some ideas about what I'm thinking, with the Pro, you get those grey wheels as standard, you get all of the carbon fibre parts, those end pieces that you can see down there, around the front as well. We couldn't properly see it down in the paddock at the bottom. It's got an extended front splitter. So with all of these accents, I'm thinking this would look really good in a bright colour, maybe a diamond white, a bright white colour, and of course you have the accent pack, which maybe I could customise officially. You can only have lime green on the grey, or grey stripes on any other colour, but maybe we can do some things with that as well. For the Roadster, I quite like the idea of doing something really unique with it in terms of the exterior colour. Most likely it will be spec like this with the wheels and the calipers, but on the inside, if there's a way I can do it, I will choose to upgrade from the performance seats, which are slightly more comfortable electric seats, to have the bucket seats that you find in the Pro. Just to quickly show you inside here, you've got the fixed buckets, which are the same seats. Actually, that's a lie, they're not the exact same seats. They are now made from carbon and even lighter, a couple of kilos lighter, but the same shape bucket seat that I have in my current GTR, which are really, really comfortable. They fit me very well. Of course, here we've got the harnesses. I probably won't have it with the harnesses in the Roadster, but I will have the harnesses with the buckets in the Pro, because that's how they come as spec'd. So there's going to be a lot more to come talking about that in the future and working out exactly how to do them. But it's really interesting to see the two cars side by side. You can see the slightly shorter wing with the gurney, and here on the GTR Roadster, obviously that has to counter the difference in aero that you have by having the folding roof up at the top. Just unfortunately, from one quick run, that's how grimy it's got today. Give you a sense of how bad the weather is right now, and how much dust there is as well from the last couple of days where the weather has been stunning, and now we're looking at this. So I just thought this was a pretty special moment to see GTR Roadster, GTR Pro, A45 S, GR Supra, the Dream right now, the Shelby GT500, also the M8 Competition just down there. But wow, driving up with this, with Elliot, that was an experience. That was good fun. Definitely one to remember. Definitely one to get the excitement rolling. So also in terms of deliveries, by the way, a lot of you will be wondering this. I'm expecting the Pro perhaps later this year, maybe September, maybe October. I think the Roadster is going to be into next year, so probably a good 6 months later. There'll be a big gap between them, despite saying right now that this allocation is confirmed, and that allocation as well, both one of 750 units. But obviously, like I said, that will come. This will probably be somewhere in the middle, and then that one will come afterwards. But I do intend to have these side by side, slightly different cars, and keep them together in the garage, just given how much I love the GTR. Don't forget my AMG GT R in its first year, I did something like 20,000 miles. It wouldn't be a problem doing 10,000 in each. It's one of my favourite form factors. Powerful front engine, rear wheel drive. AMG's so infinitely cool. I think they're absolutely nailing it right now, everything they do. And these have the updated infotainment, the updated interior systems. It's basically a facelift midlife cycle update. Anyway, you can tell my excitement from how quickly I'm talking, but when I realised what was happening with the cars lining up here, it was too much to resist. I've been running around getting some photos as well of all of this, just because, well, it probably won't happen again. Well, maybe even if it does happen, there's a small problem that would be in America. We can work on that in the future. For now though, epic, absolutely epic. For the rundown, I think we're keeping the roof up, right?
I think we should.
Yeah, probably the best idea. Some of the Ferraris heading out, the Lusso, the Pista, the 812, the M8 competition. Actually, I need to close my window before it gets too wet in here, but yeah, that was quite something. I'm looking forward to more miles with one of these. I think it's a pretty epic car. Everything about the GTR, but with the option to put the roof away if you want. And this toggle actually, so we're in 5 at the moment, the traction control toggles, just so everybody knows, you can customize those and change what they do. And then the one on the right normally would go through your different driving modes if you're not using it for the AMG drift toggle. There goes the Pro, there goes the A45. Sadly, we're not allowed to follow them, but we'll catch up with them again at the bottom. Plenty more though, all rolling out. What's happening around us? It's kind of like watching the marshals and which way they point, and then off you go, or not. Something to the left is not leaving. Ah, there we go. Prato Orage. Off they go. And away we go. And also, just to play in here, you've got obviously many different settings and things you can change. In the vehicle page, you have a couple of interesting screens. If you go into Dynamic Select, track pace is the racing telemetry. You have engine data and vehicle data, just to show you what we're looking at here. Vehicle data gives you your G-forces, throttle pedal press, brake pedal press, and then in the engine data view, that's what we had when we were coming up the hill. That's where you get your live kind of view of power and torque, basically, and temperatures and more information. I like this a lot. And you can also customize and change the dashboard display and show different information should you prefer. So yes, everything that's amazing about the GTR, updated electronics, no roof if you want it. What more could you ask for? There are an impressive number of people here, considering the weather conditions right now, but of course many paddocks, Formula 1 cars, all sorts of classic cars, drift cars, rally cars, motorbikes, everything at Goodwood Festival of Speed. And here we are, just bumbling back down towards the bottom of the hill, underneath the gantry. We go past Goodwood House on the right as well. Such an epic location for this kind of event, despite it not necessarily making sense, because this bit of tarmac that we're on, the now famous hill climb, is basically an access road in a backyard, isn't it?
Yeah.
To come up, and the Supercar paddock used to be that away, but it's just moved this year to come down towards the bottom as we go past the Mercedes pop-up stand, where over there is the yellow of the A45, the sun yellow, fully revealed car, as opposed to the camo one that's up there ahead of us in the traffic jam. And that's the Mercedes section here at the event. And we're back then, all done. Well, thank you very much for that.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much,
Appreciate it
my friend.
an awful lot. Epic fun as always. And yeah, bring it on when the time comes for mine to arrive. And that's it, load the Pro, just making a few blips there as well. So let me step on out then. Alrighty then, so not necessarily my choice of spec, the Magno Black, as many of you will know. I'm more of a colours person. I prefer to do cars in bright and cheerful specifications, but today's experience with this, and also I guess a little bit with the Pro with that driving with us, has been pretty cool. So what more can I tell you? Well, probably the why to question. Well, that literally comes down to liking the car quite so much and thinking the way they're spread out, the way they'll be timed slightly differently, and to be honest, the way the Pro can go to the ring and do some laps, Roadster can head down and do some road trips and Grand Tours. It kind of makes some weird sense. I'm not going to pretend it is actually justified in any way, shape or form. It's purely a desire because I like and enjoy the car quite so much. Anyway, a big thanks to Elliot and of course to Mercedes for the possibility to enjoy and experience this today. I can't wait to bring you more updates on my AMG GT R Roadster and more, or sooner than that, my AMG GT R Pro as well. So thank you very much for watching. As always guys, that's it for this time. I will see you again very soon. Cheers!